Yes. There's some woodworking, right? Traditionally, it's been a male population that's done all the woodworking. Yes. Those that have used drills and those that have used bits and this claw hammer and the screwdrivers, right? Now, this male and pale that happens to be the law enforcement of the United States. Um, you know, this is not helping you. Just so you know, these muscles, right? The biceps, the shoulders, the whole fleecing of the sheep. Ooh. As I said, I don't care who you are. I've been arrested numerous times, and you have been lying to my sons. Now, I want you to enforce the laws. Now, you might have thought it was the muscle of being a man and the femininity of being a woman. Yes. But the truth of the matter is, all of these laws have to be enforced regardless of the actual gender of the individual. You've been lying to my sons for 7 years and 4 months. Every time you arrested me when I wasn't in the city, yes, they've had to suffer the trauma of hearing that their father went to jail. Every time I make a video and I try to document the lawsuits, they're wondering, well, when's he going to get to sue? But you decided, well, I'm the one American citizen, yeah, that as a man, you are not going to enforce the actual laws. Oh. Now look at this, the world population growth since 1800. 2016, there were 7,349,006,000 individuals throughout the planet. Yes, I think we have a real dearth of entertainment for the planet. Now, I have this way of looking at investing, yes, called diversification. A lot of people dislike it. They gotta invest in that one idea they know is going to triple or quadruple their money. In fact, I got an email from my uncle once that said, "I will give you $100, and if you can turn it into 1,000, yes, you can have the $1,000." And I thought, what a fucking asshole. I was a stockbroker and a financial consultant. Do you know how difficult it is to take $100 and have 1,000% increase? See, to double it would be 200% because the first 100% is the actual $100. Yes. Some weird mathematical formula that investor, yes, or well, see, when you invest $10, I used to use this with my clients, and it goes from 10 to 5, you lose 50%. Yes. But when you have $5 and you invest it and it goes from 5 to 10, yes, it goes up 100%. I guess I was wrong with what I was saying. It's a 100% increase. Yes. Now, a lot of investors, they kind of got in the family's way of looking at things that, well, when I make an investment, I get 900% return. Oh, where I thought that as a father, what was realistic, yes, most investments, if they return 7% a year, I'm content with that because they double. Rule of 72 every 10 years. And when I'm thinking about living, well, 50 to 70 years because of different innovations, yes. Or possibly 1,000 years, depending on if the dogs take over and kill us all off. Yeah. I'm thinking that 10% for the risk of investing in the entertainment industry compensates me good enough. Now, this population that you thought that you were going to kill off, yes, I'd seen a TED conference. In fact, give me all those that are in TED. You remember that, Google? Yes, you invited all these big brains throughout the whole world to talk about all their big ideas. Yes, and I had mentioned wanting to manufacture cars that manufacture electricity instead of use energy. Yes. Then desalinating the ocean so as to produce $2 trillion of fresh water each year. Yes. And then steaming some very hot water so as to remove global warming. Yes. Some of these ideas that are important to me and could be important to the population. Now, I did look, and the population is growing at 1.38% a year. Yeah. Could be doubling within my lifetime, and that would be approximately 15 billion people 70 years from now. Now, for those that wanted to sterilize the population, come to find out your scrotum is whole. Well, you needed to control the amount of sperm, or at least the quality of the sperm. Yes, I'm one of these that does want the children and wants each and every one of them to be healthy. Yes, and I am concerned about the actual population growth. Now, maybe the Gates family remembers a little TED talk that if we could just reduce the population by 10 to 15%. Now, I think Melinda's been very supportive, yes, as a wife to Bill, yes, of the equal rights movement, of the lesbian women that think that men are aggressors. Yes, yes, yes. Sounds somewhat stereotypical, but anytime you want to reduce the population, yeah, you got to really question what kind of technology we're going to use. Is that forced sterilization or surprise sterilization? Are we going to electrocute them all and blow their balls off, or are we going to sonar them? Now, for an individual that said, I think that as a planet we can reduce the current debt of the world by 50% over the next 70 years, yes. We could double the population. We could increase the quality of life. Yes. We could remove all of the nuclear waste. Yes. We could desalinate approximately 40 trillion gallons of fresh water. Yes. That could cause an increase in the actual manufacturing of food. Yes. Is there any possible way that when I say, I'm going to sue you, you're going to believe me at some point? Because the thought of putting 2 to 4 million American citizens that happen to be sworn oaths of office, yes, in prison or in jail, yes, removing you from the government. Yeah.